If a sailboat has a keel and a sail, Jack is the keel.
When I started at MS&R, there wasn't even a thought that anybody other than Tom, Jeff, or Garth would be in any kind of position of authority. And the evolution to Jack really running the business is quite a phenomenal thing. And the transition from Tom, Jeff, and Garth being in complete control to the transition that's going on now, where there are 6 more shareholders, has been made possible because of Jack's ability to grow into the position of president of the firm.
Tracy Engel Lesniewski's strengths as a designer are in her ability to work with individuals and diverse individuals and pull that together for focus inside of work, so that work has a possibility of synthesizing itself and overcoming complexity or broader issues of complexity inside of a project.
She has such a positive energy and is so engaging and relaxed with people that goes right to the core of how you do good interior design. It's about all the immediate things that people experience in a space, what they touch and how they interact with people across a table and so on. And she sort of embodies that, the best of humanity, I would say, in those ways.
Bill Meeker brings an ability to understand the financial side of architecture that nobody else has ever brought to MS&R. Meaning he comes from a financial background, but his ability to understand architects and the way architects think about money, think about finances, and think about the entire world, and being able to understand that when making decisions about finances is one of the greatest assets we have.
No, Bill's just solid. Bill's strength is to keep us on an even keel, and not, it's through the lens of finance, but it doesn't have to just do with finance. It's a balance that Bill brings to the firm that really has had a lot to do with us being successful for the last decade.
Josh's strengths in the firm start with his personality. He's a very gregarious, easy-to-like guy, the sort of person you would be happy to have a beer with and share a story. And that's what makes him a popular leader with other architects in the firm. He's running several projects right now. I know he's really busy. And even under all that pressure, he keeps a smile and good humor.
His passion in marketing is really unequaled in the new partners, and I would say rivals Jeff's passion for being out in the world and creating a name for MS&R and creating opportunities for our firm.
Matt Kundrad is a very interesting young man. He is quiet, he's somewhat introverted, but he has a very clear sense of how he thinks architecture should go aesthetically in relationship to the overall context of architecture theoretically.
He views everything through the perspective of what design can do to influence the outcome of whatever exercise is in front of us, whether it's has to do with designing a building, whether it has to do with hiring a person, whether it has to do with how we're going to approach accounting. He sees everything from the perspective of what design can do to create a better outcome.
Paul Melboom's strengths as an architect is his constant attention to detail and the complex things that are going on all at once, being able to look at it and understand where things are going.
He's an engineer by training. He's become an architect. He's got significant contacts in the nonprofit world. He's taken on spec writing because we needed a spec writer. He's learning our financial software and the whole business side of the firm because we thought that he would be good at it, and he is. So he has this resourceful quality about taking on just any new task, really, and owning it and making it work.
Jeff Mandyke's strengths in the firm, again, he has a lot of experience in the academia world of architecture. So he is able to bring those strengths to our work and what we do, and able to engage our staff and each other into critically thinking about the architecture that we're designing and building.
He's well versed in architecture and the history of architecture. He's passionate about what design can do for projects, about how to think about things from a perspective that transcend maybe just what the criteria are that are shaping the project, and has a quiet but very unique and interesting and important voice in that regard.
Well, MS&R has obviously some good inertia. I think the energy that the founding partners and the associate partners have put in the firm in the last 10 years is starting to show results. Those who can make rain typically have greener gardens, and we're working on trying to help them all get good at that. And we're also trying to work through this strange, bizarre craziness of what it means to be an architect, and that the older you get, the better you get. But at the same time, when you have a transition, the younger you are, the more you want the older to give up or to let go. And how do we take advantage of the experience, but at the same time let go so others can shine? And what's that going to look like? What that hinge looks like is really, I think, the crux of the issue right now. And so how we craft our mentoring relationship with the younger partners is a big responsibility for the three of us right now. The lessons they learn from us and how we're doing it is important for them, because they're going to be doing the same thing in 10 or 15 years. And that's how you perpetuate and make something last longer than just the life of the founding principles.
But I think the overall legacy of that firm will be one that has helped us rediscover the past in new ways, rethink the past, has helped us sort of rethink what architecture can do and be in our lives, has created places that are way beyond what anybody had imagined, and have really, I think, shown that architecture is not some esoteric activity of technical people that most people can't understand, but that in fact architecture needs to be this communicative, accessible art form that we all experience and use every day, and yet it can also be really thoughtful and thought-provoking at the same time.